Are you serious? Are you serious? Get a cup of coffee. Everybody calm down. Just calm down. But yeah, missiles flying from Syria, Iranian missiles, surface to air missiles, and surface to surface missile exploded just outside of the Israeli nuclear facility. This was almost the beginning of Armageddon. I'm going to, everybody time out, get a cup of coffee. Wait a minute. It's getting serious, guys. Let me put a quick shout out right now, if I could, real fast. And that's www.healthwithpaul.com. That's healthwithpaul.com. That's right. You guys know I'm working on my health and I'm really working hard. But did you know that collagen comes from an ancient Greek word glue? BioTrust has created an unbelievable product that can help you with this. Listen to this. This is because the reason this is because it acts as a glue between our cells and the body's organs. The problem is the body doesn't produce unlimited amounts of collagen. As we age, the percentage of collagen depletes. This is why I highly recommend healthwithpaul.com. This is BioTrust. They made this product, the multi-collagen, ageless, it's tasteless, you become, it's odorless, it's amazing. This multi-collagen made of plant, eggs, and fish collagen is specifically backed collection of the highest quality of types of collagen our body needs for a thicker hair, more youthful looking skin, healthier nails, pain-free joints. It's flavorless, it's odorless, it's tasteless, it's ageless, it's amazing. And this stuff, really just put 2 scoops in the soup, you'll be ready to go, okay? Let me just say something real fast. This situation developing in Israel now, this is taking a whole nother level of prophecy alert. And Russia is, you have to say Russia is behind it as well. And no, I know people aren't saying that because they don't want to go there. But listen, when you say Iran, you say Russia. When you say Russia, you say Iran. They are working together. The Bible said they would, and then bring in Turkey with them, plus Libya and Ethiopia and some others around that region are going to team up to come against Israel in the Holy Land. This is absolutely guaranteed to happen according to Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38 and 39. And I should have had my mic on, so you guys got to remind me of that, okay? You know how I am. A little bit, forgetful, but it's okay. Now, what I'm trying to say is, here's what happened. And this happened in the middle of the night. I was contacted in the middle of the night. And to be honest with you, I just could not get myself out of the bed to just go live at that time in the morning. I was just not coherent. But this was a close call. Iranian missile narrowly misses Israel's nuclear facility. That's a headline from the coming out of Israel. Close call, though. But the Iranian missile narrowly misses Israel's nuclear facility. This happened just a few hours ago in the middle of the night. A Syrian surface-to-air missile out of Syria, but it's actually an Iranian missile, but it was fired out of Syria at the Israeli Air Force fighter jet that had been involved in airstrikes on targets in Syria exploded in Israel's southern Negev region. That's what one of the reports is. But other reports say warning signs went off the region near a Bedouin village in northwest Negev. And Negev, of course, the Negev desert, okay? And in the Negev desert is Israel's nuclear facility called Dimona. And the Israeli Defense Forces said residents in the south and in Jerusalem reported hearing this loud blast, according to report by Mako. Now, we received in the middle of the night, we received a contact from an individual living in Jerusalem who contacted us directly last night and said that their house just shook mightily and they knew something major has exploded, and they felt it. And we were contacted last night and was told that very story. And so this was how powerful this blast was. And imagine if it had hit that nuclear facility, we'd be waking up to a different world this morning. If that had hit that nuclear facility and a nuclear explosion had happened, it would have we'd be in a different world this morning, because the reaction would have been, who knows? Who knows? Israel would have launched a nuke or two or more. Russia may have retaliated with a nuke. United States may have then jumped in. Okay? Yeah, I'm telling you, people do not understand that just in the blink of an eye, this world can go thermonuclear. And it's going to happen, guys. World War III is going to happen. Gog and Magog is going to happen. And then Armageddon in the end. But I mean, you could have the Psalms 83 war. You could have Ezekiel 38 war, Gog and Magog. You could have World War III. That could kick it right into World War III, which is Revelation chapter 9. And then you finish up with Armageddon in Revelation 16. Those could happen at a much quicker pace than what people actually understand. And Iran was targeting Israel's nuclear facility in Dimona, which is very close to the site of the explosion. They just didn't hit it. The IDF, Israeli's Air Force, then responded, went flying into Syria, and they struck the very place that the missile was launched, blew it to Kingdom Come, and then wiped out several other surface-to-air battery locations in Syria. These positions are positions that Iran has inside of Syria. Well, who is supporting Iran with this technology? Most of these are produced and made in Russia. So again, behind the scenes, and I keep trying to tell everyone this, I'm going to keep talking about this. I have to. But Russia is fighting a two-front war right now, and nobody's awake. They are surrounding Ukraine. They're moving hundreds of thousands of troops along the border of Ukraine and East Ukraine, and also on the border in Crimea, along the border of Ukraine, because they've already taken Crimea in 2014. And they've moved more and more military ships in the Black Sea and have begun to cut off the path for cargo that would go into Ukraine. Now, there's also people receiving prophetic word, a prophetic word that things are getting more intense. Yeah, I'm lying. Okay. And that there's even a prophetic word that Israel could be in the Black Sea. I'm working on more intelligence on that. But let me just say that this thing is getting very, very, very intense, as I'm saying right now. And you know what's amazing? I got this morning and I grabbed my phone and I said, let me just see what the top 20 news articles on Google is this morning, thinking that this gotta be in the top 5, if not the top 3. This has got to be big time news, right? The top 20 news articles on Google, this story's not there. You have an Iranian missile fired out of Syria coming very close to hitting an Iranian nuclear facility almost hitting an Israeli nuclear facility. An explosion so strong that it shook buildings in Jerusalem, and it's not in the top 20 news articles on the news. And so most of the world don't even have a clue this is going on. I mean, folks, 99% of the world have no idea this is even happening. And since the media is not talking about it on any of the mainstream medias, it's not important. In their mind, this is not important. But in the prophecy world, in the real world, this is unbelievably prophetic and important. And what will happen is, and Teresa Palmer's right. Should we be surprised? Because Google is gaslighting the world. She's exactly right. You're exactly right, Teresa. And what's you folks, the remnant, you guys, you know how big this is. You know what's going on. But 99% of the Christian world doesn't even know what's going on because it's not being reported. It's not being ever discussed on Sunday morning. It's nowhere in your media. And all we hear about is how they're trying to force this country to be divided and to blow America apart from inside its soul. That's all we're getting. That's what we're getting. This is a prophecy alert. And I want to be the first to say it. When you say Iran, you say Russia. This is one of the things that Mike from around the world has said. And he's dead on right. And I'm saying that it wasn't Syria that fired a missile into Israel trying to hit their nuclear facility. Syria's not insane. They know what that would mean for them. It was an Iranian missile they're setting up shop in Syria, but the missile was manufactured in Russia. The technology is coming out of Russia. So, and it's good because it got through the Iron Dome, folks. Listen to me. And the Iron Dome is made up of Patriot missile system by the United States. It's also made up the David Sling and Arrow Israeli system. They have 3 systems. Look at this. They have 3 systems protecting their airspace in the Holy Land there in Israel. They have the Iron Dome, David Sling and Arrow, 3 systems designed to stop threats from missiles to drones. It also has the U.S. Patriot system. Jerusalem and Washington have jointly developed the Arrow and David Sling, and Israel built the Iron Dome, and the United States also provided the Patriot missile system. So for a missile to come out of Syria, get through those 3 different defense mechanisms, and come within an eyelash of hitting Israel's nuclear facility, something's not right. It means the technology that Russia is using is advanced. And so what Russia's doing now, guys, is they're making their move on Israel. Simultaneously, they're making their move on Ukraine. I'm telling you, we're just waiting for the other shoe to drop at this point. Now we have someone saying breaking news: Russia has just entered Ukraine. Yeah, the reason it could get—that's exactly right. The reason this missile was not picked up by the 3 different Israeli defense mechanisms, missile defense systems, is because they're using Russian technology. Now they're going to say that this was an accident. They don't know how it got through. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of excuses, but they're testing these advanced missile systems. And even though it didn't hit the target, I don't know if they wanted to hit the target this time. I think they aimed to just miss the target just to see if they could hit the target. I don't think they meant to hit it today, but they know they can get through the Iron Dome. That's what I think they were doing. And they were sending a clear message to Israel. We can hit your nukes. We can blow up your nuclear arsenal. You can't stop our missiles now. And so now they'll politically, behind the scenes, the back rooms, They'll begin to pressure Israel, and they'll continue to close in on them. And Israel will have to keep going around and taking out advancing weaponry that's coming from Iran into Syria, that could be threatening to get into Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. I mean, Israel now is feeling that they're being surrounded. And where is Joe Biden at this point? Where, I mean, see, why isn't there even he should have been held in a press conference this morning explaining to the American people, the media should have been covering this, and he should have been saying, we're not going to tolerate missiles coming into Israel, threatening nuclear facilities. But there's silence, there's crickets. You don't even know what's going on. The 99% of the world doesn't even know this happened, don't know the significance of the ramification. And you have to start what, if honestly, if we had the former president in, can you imagine? So he'd already been on the phone to Moscow. He'd already been calling Putin. Putin wouldn't have tried it. Wouldn't even tried the test. The Iranians, the Russians working in Syria against Israel, with Turkey joining forces, and the rest of the world watching as the new world order is advancing. And meanwhile, Russia is in the process of taking Ukraine. They're going to go after Ukraine's eastern portion of Ukraine. They're getting ready to go for it. Look for it to happen this summer. I'm going to keep a close eye on all this, guys. I'm glad 1,000 of you jumped in here early this morning. And I've got treatments today. It's just unbelievable what's going on. Oh, by the way, don't forget get your climate chaos. Thank you, beautiful story. Thank you, guys. Pastor, Google moderators are removing all of our live chat links. I'm not sure what that means, but let me know. Let Heidi know what that means. Google moderators are removing all live chat links. Are you saying? Oh, I see what you're saying. We can't post links here. They take them off. I see. It's not, so it's being done. The bots are doing it, so they won't let you put our links on there so that people can get their tickets. Are you kidding me? Let me see if I can. See if I can even do it. I probably can't either. Give me one moment. To moderators. One second. Okay, it let me post my link. Yeah. So guys, anyway, get your ticket. Be sure you get your ticket for Climate Chaos. This is such an important conference. It is the best. Well, let me just say now, Steve Quayle was amazing. Amazing. Mr. MBB333, incredible information he brought out. I never heard from both Steve Quayle or Mr. BBB. Shepard Ambellis was just amazing. He had a great presentation, tying it all together for you as it relates to New World Order. Mike Around the World. Well, this was the best he ever did. Brock Begley, of course, who filmed it and put all the graphics in. Mike brought forward 6 brand new graphics that have never been seen before and explains it for you. Really breaks it down for us to understand what's happening in the heavens. And it's just unbelievable. Now you get a real clear picture of what's going on. And then, of course, and then plus Brock had a bunch of other information as well. And Gil Brazard as well had brand new slides Gil Brazard put in there. So all of it, very important, guys. Just make sure you get your ticket, okay? Because we're tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern, at 6 p.m. Eastern, we will release your email to you with your link so that you can go and watch this conference this weekend. And it's going to blow your mind. Okay, it's just going to blow your mind, but it really does help you understand what's actually going on. And then you're going to ask yourself, why is this being hid from us? If you go to Patreon, they have we can't. You know what? It's getting tougher out here, the censorship, but we figured out a way to get around the couple of videos there that was being diverted. So if you go to Patreon, if you're already a Patreon subscriber, you can go over there right now and you can watch that interview I did, that 10-minute interview with Mike around the world, which is so important. And I can't say what it's about, but you just have to go watch it. It's there. So, and if you're not a subscriber of Patreon, please do that. I think you'll really enjoy that. So anyway, guys, get the app. Make sure you stay up to speed with everything going on. I'll be back later today. And of course, tonight we'll be live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That's 9:30 Eastern. We'll be live with Mike from around the world tonight. Should be unbelievable now that we're having this situation with Israel taking place. I mean, Iran, Russia, Israel. Now let's find out what Mike says about what's happening in the Holy Land, as well as everything else that's going on. So, are you saved, folks? I believe that most of you out there, a lot of you are, but I can tell you, I can tell you not everybody is. Please don't be left behind. Please don't be left behind. You don't want to be lost for eternity. Are you serious? Give your life to Jesus Christ. It's almost over. Actually, it's a lot closer than I thought it was.